2 years ago, I put out a video on how I was getting ready to move to Los Angeles. I was excited, but I was so full of fear, and I documented the whole process. I even called off the trip, but the only reason I went is because God told me to. So with $500, I packed up my Honda and I drove across country. Fast forward 2 years later, and now I'm leaving Los Angeles. Let me explain. This summer 2018 has been incredible. I got the amazing opportunity to travel and work at the same time, so I was able to travel internationally as well as travel in the country and see my family. A part of all this traveling, I made it a point to go see my family, and I have family in Florida and I have a cousin in Charlotte, North Carolina. So my last city, the last destination was Charlotte, North Carolina, and I was just simply going to visit my cousin, or so I thought. I had every intention on returning to LA after I was done with that trip. But on the second day of being in North Carolina, I was like looking around the city and I was like, I could live here. And it's crazy because it's the same thing I said to myself when I went to visit Los Angeles 2 years before. I was like, I think I could live here. And that's when God came with the sneak attack. I believe in prophecy, and I believe that God still speaks to us, and he used people to speak to us as well. So I was on the phone with my auntie, and she gave me a prophetic word that God was changing my location and it was time to move, and it was time to move to Charlotte. And I was like, I wasn't with it at first. I did not, because I love LA and I thought I was going to be there for at least another 10 years. Never ever in my life did I think I was going to move back to the East Coast, at least till after I was married and had kids. So this kind of like, I was like, wait, where does it come from? But mind you, things kind of work the same way with me. Before I moved to LA, I was feeling like a shifting was happening. I'm feeling like I was about to move. I was still in Florida, and I was just feeling like something has to change. Like I feel like I need to move. And then I visited LA, and I was like, I think I could live here. And then God just started to reveal and talk to me about LA. And I'm like, okay, LA. So this is like the same thing, because during my traveling, I was in Puerto Rico, and I remember I was feeling an overwhelming feeling that I was about to move. Now, I didn't really know where I was going to move. For some reason, I thought Thailand, because I really love Thailand, and I just thought it could be Thailand. I was like, it might be international, but I kept feeling like the urge to move. And it wasn't just move like apartments, it was move actual cities. So I was like, okay, this is weird, but I didn't know where, so I just kind of let it go. But it was still there. And then when I got to Charlotte, and I was like, oh, I could live here. And then when my aunt gave the prophetic word about me relocating and moving out of Los Angeles and moving to Charlotte, I was like, whoa, this makes sense. But I still didn't like it at the same time. It made sense, it agreed with my spirit, but it didn't agree with my flesh. I didn't really like that. So the next day I was kind of pissed at God, honestly, which we shouldn't be, but I was. And I did a fast, and I was like, I need to hear from God, because I don't know about this. Like, Charlotte cool and all, but it ain't LA. So I did a fast, and I was like sharing with God. I was like, kind of like, God, like, how you gonna do this? How you gonna, like, I felt like the rug was being snatched from underneath me. And I was like, why? And I was crying and whatever. And then I like eventually like surrendered. And I was like, okay, God, if this is you, then do what you want to do. And I'm a willing vessel. So after I basically like surrendered in my heart to God, he just started to flood me with everything about why he was telling me to move, and what did he want me to do, and why Charlotte, and just so much stuff. I was just overwhelmed with like, oh my goodness, like this was the move that I was feeling in my spirit. I just didn't have language. I just didn't know where or when. So I said yes, and then the next day I remember I just felt so much peace, and I actually got excited. I was like, wow, I'm leaving. I'm excited. Like, it was strange from one day completely like heck no to like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And that's only because of God. And so I agreed to move, and I was still kind of sad because I love LA, and LA is a beautiful city, and I would never be one of those people who hate on LA and be like it's a jungle or whatever. I mean, it is a city that will make you, but I do love LA. I love the food, and I love my friends and my community and my church and everything. So I was like sad. I was like, wow, I won't be around my friends every day, you know, but I will be with family because I have family in Charlotte now, but I won't be with my friends that I got to know for the last 2 years. So it was like a little bittersweet, and I cried from that as well. But God was really there, and he comforted me like so much. He gave me so many words of comfort in that. And yeah, it was amazing. He just shared with me, I don't know, that's too much. I'm going down a rabbit trail. But anyways, so I fly back to LA to kind of like get my stuff and go, because this is something about me. When God tells me to do something, I do it right away. I can't fly back and make a 1 year moving strategy. Like, that's not me. It's like, it's gonna be now or it's gonna be now, because if I sit, I'm probably never gonna leave. So I know me, and I have to go now. So I kind of made a plan of exit from LA. So I had a discipleship school, a 4-week discipleship school that I already signed up for. So I basically had to go to that, and I wanted to go to that, and I knew it would give me another month to say goodbye to my friends and to pack up and all that stuff. So I finished discipleship school, and I've been packing. I'm still here. I have a going away party this Sunday, which is really cool because I'll get to hang out with everybody. And then I leave for my road trip, another road trip, right, on Thursday, because I need to take my car, and I got too much stuff, and shipping my car is way too expensive. So I'm going to take another trip. This time it's not going to be by myself. My cousin is going to join me for majority of the trip, so that's exciting. When I say I've almost had over 100 confirmations about moving, like I have so many confirmations and so many other prophetic words from other people, so many dreams, so many times God's personally telling me, even signs about everything around me is shifting. Like, I could come back here and I could be in disobedience, but I physically couldn't live here, because even down to the fact of my apartment, everybody in my apartment is moving out. So I couldn't just pay this rent by myself. So I would have to leave too. So regardless, like, I would have to go. Everything has just been lining up, and it is clear as day that I'm supposed to move to Charlotte, North Carolina. God has definitely done a lot with me in Los Angeles, and has opened a lot of doors and introduced me to a lot of people here. And I don't think I reached everything that I felt like I should have did or accomplished here in the city, but this definitely was God's plan, and I know that I was supposed to be here. It's just I wasn't supposed to make it a long-term home, and it was just like a pit stop on my way to Charlotte, North Carolina. And so I'm okay with that, and I know that his ways are higher than mine, and I'm okay. I don't have to know everything, but I will be obedient, and so it is what it is. But y'all, please listen, hear me out. I don't have it all together, and this is definitely me walking on faith and trusting God. But just how I took y'all with me on my faith journey to LA, I'm gonna take y'all with me on my faith journey to Charlotte, North Carolina. So are you ready to start again? If you want to watch my vlog series on my faith journey to Los Angeles, then click the top box, and I'll see you later.